How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, the founder of the Hard Gainer Academy. And what I want to talk about today is a question I actually got. A gentleman was asking me, hey, Dre, I'm trying to get lean. I'm trying to tone up, show off that hard work I made on my bulk. Does doing high repetitions with low weight help me get lean? So what I want to talk to you guys about is that when I first got started, I heard this going around everywhere and I actually believed it. And guess what happened? I followed it. I started doing light weights, doing high reps, when I got some training experience inside the gym. And guess what? I saw no changes whatsoever. So that's when I came to the realization, and also more studies started coming out, time started going forward, more research started coming in. And you know what? It's actually one of the biggest myths out there. And it's also for a simple reason. It's because it comes down to your nutrition. If you are going to be eating more food than your body burns in a day, you are going to gain weight. If you're going to be eating less food than your body burns in a day, then you're going to lose weight. It's as simple as that. But what the main focus is that we want to make sure that we can maintain as much lean muscle as possible while we are trying to drop the fat, or AKA cutting. So one of the things that you can do is look at your overall body weight. Take your overall body weight. So let's say, for example, you weigh 200 pounds. So you want to take 1% of 200 pounds, and that'll be your goal to lose that amount of weight every single week, right? This is the best way to do it, so you could do it gradually while still maintaining some of those muscle gains. And you obviously, of course, have to have a good amount of body fat on you, all right? So when it comes down to doing these high reps with low weights, my issue with it is because you end up lowering your intensity. You end up putting less stress on the muscle. And like what we always talk about, your muscles kind of work like this. If you don't use it, you will lose it. You're used to putting all this stress on the muscle. You're training hard. You're building your strength. Now you want to start coasting because you're, losing weight. You're trying to get lean. Those are one of the worst things that you can do because you'll end up losing more muscle because your muscles will be like, hey, oh, okay, we don't need to work as hard anymore, right? And it's also easier for your body to actually maintain less muscle. It is very hard for your body. That's the reason why you consume more calories or you need more energy to actually maintain it. So if you're not using it, guarantee you will lose it. So when it comes to your intensity while you are cutting, it actually becomes even more important than when you're bulking. Because at least when you're bulking, you're going to be putting on weight regardless because that's your goal, right? But with cutting, we're trying to maintain as much muscle as possible and make sure most of the weight that we're losing is fat. So you got to make sure that you're going about it in a strategic manner. So this is kind of sum this up very quickly. Just because you're going to be doing high rep training with light weight, it doesn't magically mean that you're going to get lean. It doesn't work that way. You've probably seen, you've heard in a lot of studies, it really comes down to 75 to 80% of the results you're going to get is going to come down to your nutrition. And then 20 to 25% is going to come down to your training. All right? So just looking at that split right there, we already know nutrition comes down to being a vital role. Making sure that you're also consuming enough protein, right? Because if you're not eating enough protein, then what do you think is going to happen? We already know that protein are one of the main building blocks for building muscle. So if we lower our protein intake where it's not reaching the recommended amount, you're going to start losing muscle. All right? So these are one of the things I just want you guys to really realize. As far as intensity, as far as your nutrition, you got to make sure it becomes even more important, especially when it comes down to your intensity in the gym. Keep that same intensity that you had during your bulk. I do understand you're not going to have as much energy because you're going to be cutting and you're going to be losing weight. Completely understandable. This is where you really focus in on those compound lifts. Focus on the lifts that matter. Focus what gives you the most bang for your buck, especially if your energy levels are going to be limited, right? This is where it becomes very crucial. And I want you guys to really understand that. So this is sum this video up and finish it off. I think I said that before already. High rep, low weight training will not get you lean at all. It's gonna come down to your nutrition. And even though your nutrition is the most vital aspect in this scenario, just make sure to keep up that in training intensity and putting that stress on the muscle so it knows that, hey, you're not going anywhere. You're gonna stay here, and I'm gonna put the work in to make sure you do stay here, all right? So I hope you guys found this video helpful, and I'll be talking to you guys really soon. Peace out.